Golfers, today we're talking compression. So I'm going to share with you 3 ways in which you can improve your compression. So 3 little exercises that'll help you get ball and turf, really squeeze that ball out with a strong trajectory and control that club face. So striking your irons in particular really, really well. The same template can be used with woods as well, but all we're going to do with woods is obviously as the ball position changes and how that naturally shallows our attack a little bit, they'll become less obviously divots, but we still want to be hitting down with all woods apart from the driver. Let's get stuck in. So stage 1, phase 1, drill 1, I call it digging in the dirt. All we're going to try and do is get this golf club to try and stop and try and get the leading edge to dig in as much as we can just after the golf ball. And we're going to hit a very short shot, but we're really trying to get the feeling of that and stop. There will be a slight forward swing, but I'm really trying to feel like I almost break immediately, and the emphasis is really on digging as opposed to swinging, and that's a crucial thing. Now, a lot of people, when I talk about digging, get a bit worried about wrist injuries. Now, let me tell you, I've been doing this for a long, long time. I've never had a wrist injury. I've never broken a wrist or broken a bone. It's fine. I wouldn't want you to do it massively a load on a mat, but on grass is absolutely fine. I'm not going that deep even. But in order to create that digging, what I am doing is putting this handle more forward, and I'm de-lofting the club. Now that's essential when we come to compression. Now the average tour pro would have 11 degrees of shaft lean at contact. I'm trying to get this to be probably more like 15 when I'm doing this initial exercise, and then I'm going to relieve the amount of shaft lean by making the swing longer and adding more rotation to it and more extension to it. So initially we just want the dig phase. So let's just dig one away here now. So if I go what I would say is neutral to target, normal setup, and I'm going to try and dig. Now that ball flight is screamingly low, and you'll see here the divot there. I've really just dug the club in very deeply and not even removed the divot because it's just kind of that abrupt stop. That's exactly what I want you to do. Again, no pain at all in my wrists. Just put that there in the T's and C's. We're now going to show you how we develop that into a more normal shot. And this is stage 1. And stage 1 involves the development, the progression. So part 2 from this would be the same kind of feeling, then add a bit more rotation to your fall through. Rotation and more chest up. Kind of heart to the sky, as my friend Martin Chuck calls it. So heart to the sky up here. So low on my top, up to the sky. Not quite where my heart is, but your zip is. That kind of thing. So again, just a small swing. Still trying to dig, but then heart to the sky. And I can't hit a shot any better than that. So a lovely sized divot there. That would be probably normal, even though I think I'm digging probably a bit more than I would do naturally. But that divot was absolutely perfect. Really kind of what I call crispy and great. Ball flight, low penetrating, straight. Again, my tendency would be, if anything, to overdraw an iron shot. That one certainly had no draw in it whatsoever. Very straight, very piercing, very penetrating, very strong. So very low launching, very strong flighted. And that would be where we'd stick for this phase 1. That would be your compression drill number 1. Do 4 or 5 what you class as digs, 4 or 5 what you class as a progression. And then you might go into normal swings for 2 or 3 after that. And that kind of ratio, about 10 compression to 2 normal. That's where we'd look for. If you're off the mat, just be a bit more careful on the dig. Ideally off the grass, or if you're really scared about your wrists, get into a bunker, draw a line in the bunker, and start to hit some sand out of the bunker, doing the same thing. And add the rotation, and then take that to this range straight after the bunker exercise. Don't have to hit balls, just hitting that sand. That would be great. So compression drill number 2 is all about why we might struggle with compression. So in the downswing, in order to create compression, we need to get this handle low here. This is the lowest part where your hands are. So if we exaggerated getting this club low, and from there, then we're going to feel like, okay, we're going to go forward and up and feel like the handle pulls this way. So the more we can feel we have the force being dragged forward, handle with the body. If you're scared of the ball going right, again, we are adding rotation with the arm, rotation with the body, and rotation with the wrist. The wrist will certainly go into from this shape and rotate. It still wants to be in flexion, A lot of people will ask sometimes is, what about, you know, the lead wrist? Is it set back? Is it set forward? It wants to be set forward at contact. Averagely, probably about, again, 11 or so degrees when we look at wrist flexion. 11 to 15 degrees is what I see elite ball strikers have. So flexions this way, extensions this way. Poor golfers nearly always are in extension, and that would be the ones that hit the ball very high, very weak, top shots, fat shots, things like that. Sometimes it's because of what's happened prior. Again, the hand's too high in this position and the face too open in this position. Things that we're going to talk a bit about further in this video. So we want to feel that we can get these hands super low and then from there, super forward. So super low, super forward, and exaggerate that. That's the feel. So we want to feel that and then take that into a normal golf swing. Again, really, really pleased with that. I didn't strike it probably as good as the little progression drill, but I'd struggle to beat that today. That, if I hit that on the shot, that shot on the course every time, I would just be, yeah, come, let's go. That's great. Let's move on. So that was great. So the feeling was just the rehearsal swing, and then from there, trying to feel I repeat that when I hit a normal shot. Make sure you try that out. Phase 3 is a little drill that controls the club face more so. What we see when most golfers that struggle to get compression is the toe is up in this position here. And this really is a position to avoid this. We want this to be more toe down or parallel to the spine. But even in this drill, I want you to really feel it's more like club face points to the floor. Now, the more close we get the club face here, and if we let the hands be active, flippy, the ball will go super, super left. The goal of this drill is to get the face super closed here and try and hit the ball straight or to the right. Now, if we do that from this position, if I hit it to the right, I will have massive amount of shaft lean, more than we ever need. But we're trying to train how we get this shaft lean and then put it into a natural normal swing. We want natural normal swings to be influenced by these exercises. I don't necessarily want the face to be pointing to the ground here before anyone says that. Parallel to your spine is great. If your toe's up, that's definitely a no-no for me. Most people in this world slice the ball or hit weak shots. Having the toe more down is going to help you hit stronger, longer shots and get your mechanics working through the ball more naturally, which is exactly what we want. So if I take my setup to a ball here, swing down, face to the floor. Now from here, I'm going to try and hit a golf ball, and I'm going to try and hit it to the right, or certainly not to the left. Really difficult not to get it to go left, but what you'll probably see there from those swings, how much body rotation and energy and shaft lean I have to produce just to try and stop it. The goal would be get the ball to start right, get the ball to finish right if you can, or on target, and that will create more compression to give you more crispy shots, more penetrating shots, longer shots, and make you play better. Once you've done these drills, just put one of the practice swings into your routine and hit normal golf shots.